G'day traders, John from Crypto Candlestick Trading. Just doing an update on the crypto markets, starting with Bitcoin. And we've got a weekly chart to look at too. So just having a look at the weekly chart on Bitcoin. $20,000 resistance there, and we've broken through that, and we've got resistance there as well, and broke through there. And then we've come back down and found support on it for a very short period of time. Now we've closed below that 20, and we've opened up on a new week today, and we started trading red again. Even though we've found a little bit of, it's turned around a little bit now, but we're still down 1%. So then looking at this down here, we've come up and been rejected with the resistance there, rejected again, resistance again, resistance, 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 and then break through. Okay, so this is a pretty strong sort of a line, this one here, and that's at around about 12,250. The actual peak there is 14,000. And also, if we're looking at this, the close of that day there is 18.9. So that's probably why we're finding support around about this area, is because if we look at the bodies there, like the wicks don't count as much as what the bodies do. So we could almost move that support line down to there for the weekly chart, and we're kind of hovering on that support. But there's a couple of things that kind of contradict that as well, because 20,000 is a very large number. We are finding support, it looks like, at this kind of area, but 20,000 is a large number, and we're down below all moving averages on the weekly chart, and below 20,000 as well. So if this continues down, the first place that I'll be looking for is around about this 12,250. One way that I'm looking at this before I go through a few of these weeklies is I've put some low entry orders in. Whether I get filled or not, I don't know. But if we get a quick pop down to this level down here, then and have a look how aggressive this has been. It's been very aggressive. So just one more quick pop down to here, just so that big money can take out any other weaker investors that the last people holding on to the last of the cryptocurrency, thinking that no, it can't go down any further, because yes it can. It's at 19,000, it can go down 19,000 if it wanted to. So heading down to here would be no problem. I don't think so. What I've done here is I've put some low orders in. So the last red before the advance, I've put an order in there. And so if we get here we've closed, we've got support there, we've closed below support, and we're trading red, and we're below a little uptrend line there that I drew as well the other day. I'll just have a look at the daily chart so I can show you. So down here below all the moving averages, below that support, attempted, above it, went up above it, and straight away we've got shooting stars, spinning tops, indecision, harami, closing below the 9, now closing below that support line again for the third time. Now we've come up, we've got major indecision, but we've got a trend line going up as well. So we've got touch, a breakthrough, and then breakthrough to the downside, and then we've come up and tested it, and then we've got indecisive trading underneath it. So even this is looking quite negative, and if we have a look back here, could we get a pop down to this line here? For me, having looked at the history of the chart, I'd think that we probably could. It's a very aggressive down move. Could we have one more leg down? Yes, we could. And if we do get that leg down, I want to buy something. I just want to get some skin in the game. So, at this price here, around about $9, like if I just buy 100 of those, and I got, put a $900, trade on there, just to get some skin in the game, so that every time I open my account, I'll be seeing that. And then I'll just, have to go and check the chart every time I open the account. So, but it's not going to be like, for I don't want to go in there and trade $9,000 or anything like that. I just want to go in there and just so I own a few of them, and I'm ready to go. So anyway, that's it on EGLD. So I've got one on there, one on DOT as well, Avalanche, and there's a few of the other ones. Just the ones that I like, that I kind of get along with quite well in the top 20, some in the top 40. EGLD, I think that's number 45 or something like that, but I do like this as a project. Down here as well though, that the high was $5.43, and all the way up to $55 or whatever it was it went to. So if this goes down to $5.50, I'll also be in this one here. Now there was one, I'll just have a look at SOL. I'm also in there too. I'm not in there, but I've got a trade open. So if it has a quick pop down, I'll be in there. But this one here, I really like this project as well. Avalanche, so down here as well, Avalanche, So I've got an order here for this red before the major advance, and I think it could quite easily get a pop down to that. Now, if it goes down to here and I buy 100 of them and I'm in for say $1,100, and then it goes down to here, down to the $3.60 or whatever it is, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm not actually buying these for the way we trade. I know that big money starts to accumulate down here, and they don't accumulate to sell it and trade it. They accumulate for a rally like this. So if I'm holding on to these for 18 months or however long, that's fine by me. Even if it comes down to here and then it gives me some sort of reversal off these kind of lows here, then I'll probably, buy a few more or something like that. But, down here, big money accumulates, and up here, big money sells. So, I'm happy just to accumulate a few, and just to see how I go. Or, see what comes of it later on. This here as well. Look at that. But here's another thing to keep in mind as well. Like, have a look at the massive advance on this one here. Like, that was $900. And now it's under 50, and it's also below. So we've got support broken below that support. Now we've got a downtrending line, and we've even been rejected at that. So, this seems to be heading down quite considerably. This one here, Monero. I've always liked Monero, and I don't see anything wrong with buying some Monero every now and then and just keeping it in a in a wallet. I wouldn't be trading Monero on an exchange. I'd much rather just buy it in a wallet and forget that I got it. And but here we've got support here. Could it come down and hit support at around about the $40 mark? Yes, it could. And if it does that, I'll be very happy. And FIL, see, now this is another one. Have a look at this. Massive trading all the way up and then down to, these kind of levels here. I need to go in and find out about this one here to see, what the go is with this one here, because have a look at that, that run that, $235 down to $5. So that's massive decline. Could it get another run like this? Yes, it could, but, I need to go and find out what the news is about this to see why it's come down so drastically and why there's no movement in here. I'd like to see some sort of accumulation before I was to get into something like this because it's fallen so heavily. AXS, I should say, and then all the way down to here. I'd like to see the same with this again. I know there's a lot of people that really got into the hype of this one here, and then it just tanked. And here's where it is now. Like, is this a dead project? I need to go and have a look. EOS. So with EOS, here this is quite, we can see this is a spiker too. But all the way down here, like that's getting down to these lows. Like, have a look at that. That was. I do remember, like, I was selling like right up near the top here, and also I was selling right near the top here. I think it was about $4.85 and $4.75 or whatever it was. I can't remember exactly, but like I was selling up in these kind of highs here. Sorry, $14 I should say. And now look at it; it's under $1. So that's 14 times your money in how long? That's May last year, June, July. So it's only 13 months that it's gone down 14 times your money. So, could it do the reverse and go up 14 times your money in the next, 13 months? Yes, it definitely could. So, if I'm buying at these kind of lows here and I'm just sitting on it waiting for, an entry where I'm actually going to trade this thing, then, I could take that trade as my second entry. And, I'm just kind of looking at this for these kind of rallies, obviously. But, we can see here that EOS just goes straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So, but I want to be, big money accumulates down to these lows before we have a massive run up. So big money is definitely watching these, here at the moment. A good thing to do is have a look back here and study the volume and the price action as well. Same with these lows here, same with these lows here, and same with this here, and see how it looks. And then, is there any comparison? What's normal and what's not? But at the moment, for the market to be this low, for me, I'm liking it. I just see this as opportunity, and we should take advantage of opportunity when it arises. So, Mana, yep, look at that, straight up, straight down. Neo, $8 for Neo. Like I remember this like back in its heyday when it was like near $200. I was all over it back in in the day, and then have a look at it back here. So it went all the way down to here. And went sideways, and then another pop, But how long did it go sideways for? Let's have a look at there. So August 18, and it didn't really take off, until probably about, say, here, August 20. So 2 years. So it went flat sideways for 2 years. You know, that's a long time to sit and wait for a nice rally. So Ethereum. Let's have a look at Ethereum. So, you know, we've got nice, you know, have a look at the volume accumulation here when it's so tight. And here we got tight again. So, you know, it went up for a massive, massive run to $1,400. And then it's come down, you know, to this here, down to $97. $1,400 down to 97. Looks a little bit like EOS. And then, so down at these lows here, we've got December 18. So let's just say, you know, well, that's what it is, December 18. And then we've got the first pop here above the 200. There at July 20. So 18 to 20, December 18. So that's December 18 to July 20. So that's about 18 months. So 18 months sideways. So I'm kind of hoping that we do get some sort of time span like this. So, you know, if I'm accumulating for 18 months, you know, fiat currency, and then I can exchange it for cryptocurrency, especially when it comes to these breakouts and stuff like that, and then trade these rallies, like, you know, we could do some massive, massive gains, especially looking at this here. Like, what's that high there? The high is $250, and then it goes all the way to 4,300. So, you know, there's some massive, massive gains in there. So anyway, that's what I'm looking for. All right, traders. And another thing is to, you know, looking at these, you know, 4-hour entries. If we're kind of looking at this here, like, you know, that's gone from $100 to $1,400. And then from these, you know, lows here, from that first breakout there, you know, above there, what was that, 250, 300? That high was 300. So say $300, up to around about here somewhere, there's 4,000. So 300, that's 10, that's 13 times your money. So 13 times your money there and 14 times your money here. So if, let's just say it's around about, you know, say 13 times your money. So there's 18 months that we spent here doing nothing, and then we get another 13 times your money. So let's just say that, you know, if we had 18 months there, let's just have a look back here at May 17. Yeah, May 17 until that high there, because that's 2 runs. That's November 21. So we'll say January 22, 17. So there's, well, that's 5 years actually, but 5 years to make 14 times your money, and then a big, you know, delay, and then 14 times your money again. You know, if you had, you know, say $100,000 here, that's 1.4 million. And then if you gave, you know, whatever it was to the government, say you had $1 million left, and you kept, say, $300,000 out, and then $700 to trade it when it broke out again, then you're, you know, trading $700,000 here, and it went up 14 times. What's 7 times 14? Or 14 sevens? That's 70 and 28. That's 98. That's $9.8 million if we were to trade that up to here. You know, so there's some massive, massive gains. You know, what we need to do is have a look at what our expectations are of the market, and not try to make money so quickly, and just try to make money when it, you know, when opportunities present themselves. And, you know, looking at this here, you know, there's millions of dollars to be made if we play it correctly, and we bide our time, be patient, sit back and wait for our opportunities, the real opportunities to arrive. And then when they do, capitalize on them. Don't delay. All right, traders. Anyway, I hope this has helped. If you have any questions with your charts or whatever, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help with charts. Talk about charts all day, every day. All right, talk to you again soon. See you.